This news update is brought to you by...
You got an upgrade for Christmas.
If you're feeling lucky, you could win some money.
Upgrade for Christmas.
$200,000 in cash and prizes. With Lime, you could win some money. It's Lime's Christmas Lottery. 250 winners this Christmas, oh yeah.
Sign up or upgrade to super fast broadband, Lime TV, e-billing, a data plan. Top up $15. Purchase a handset or text 4263 to enter.
Upgrade for Christmas.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon update for Thursday, December the 4th, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. We begin with news on the industrial front. Workers at United Commercial Auto Works Limited are not at all happy with Transport Minister Michael Lashley. Now, back in September, Lashley gave the striking workers the assurance that the government would pay the company $3.7 million owed to it. But UCAL shop steward and director Richard Newton says a paycheck is yet to materialize. The cash flow problems have forced UCAL to consider the possible layoff of some of its 124 workers as part of a restructuring program. Troy Nichols, a duty driver with the company for the past 14 years, described the situation as stressful, while his co-worker Jonathan Jones is upset that Minister Lashley has yet to honor his promise.
And I mean, I know I might be putting myself in the line, but I'm scared. Because at the end of the day, we ain't asking for no handouts, we ain't asking for no favors. We work for our money. And it's hard for a man to come in here and work every day for a week. And then, you know, come Friday, you don't know if you can get paid, you don't know if you can get your money Wednesday. That's nonsense, man.
So the minister made a promise to us on the 26th of September that he would give us X amount of money. And to this day, the minister has not honored his commitment. So my problem is if the other members of the cabinet are like him, that don't keep the commitments.
Meanwhile, workers at the Royal Bank of Canada have another 6 days to decide whether they will voluntarily part ways with the financial institution. Following a 2-hour-long meeting last night, Acting Assistant General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Dwayne Paul, revealed that workers could opt to take early retirement or voluntary separation packages. However, he made it clear that the union will be keeping an eagle eye on the bank's restructuring exercise.
Of late, we've received increasing complaints from customer service about the shortages of staff, and we would be paying very close attention to this particular area when we are going through the exercise to make sure that as the bank looks to reach what it figures is this optimal operating number, that we do not have a resulting situation where staff become overburdened and stressed, because we still have to be very mindful of the health and safety of workers, and we cannot have staff levels drop into a level which endangers persons' health.
In other news, a former Guyanese policewoman finds herself on the wrong side of the law in Barbados. 44-year-old Nicole Monroe will appear in court today to answer a number of drug offenses. Monroe, who arrived at Granny Adams International Airport on Tuesday from Guyana, is charged with importation, possession with intent to supply and trafficking of half a kilogram of cocaine, as well as 4.5 pounds of cannabis. The drugs were concealed in tights she was wearing. Meantime, Barbados gets the full support of Canada and the United States in its plans to introduce a drug treatment court. Canadian High Commissioner to Barbados and the OECS, Richard Henley, believes that such a system should be considered as an alternative to imprisonment, stating that it had helped to enhance the safety and security of residents in his own country.
As I mentioned, drug treatment courts help to provide an alternative to incarceration for drug-dependent offenders. It is our hope that, over time, drug treatment courts in your countries will help to significantly reduce crime, drug recidivism, and prison populations. Drug treatment courts have been recognized in Canada as an innovative approach to help offenders address the cycle of addiction and criminal behavior. It is a public health issue as well as a criminal justice issue. They provide treatment to addicts and safety to the community.
From the law courts to matters of trade now. United States Ambassador to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Larry Palmer, is pleased with the relations between his country and this island. In fact, he sees Barbados as a significant partner in trade with close family relationships. Palmer's remarks came as he participated in the official opening of Ashley Furniture, an American furniture chain store.
Ashley's partnership with Dwelling is also representative of the continuing good business relationship between Barbados and the United States, as well as the confidence of foreign investors that Barbados is an attractive place for investment. A benefit of geographic location and historical and cultural ties, Barbados is a natural partner for the United States. Barbados does more trading with us than with any other country, and many Barbadians have friends and family members living in the United States. Indeed, in my conversations with the heads of some of the largest businesses in Barbados, there has emerged a clear theme, that is, Barbados is open for trade, investment, and business. Indeed, the government has made strengthening the private sector a top priority.
The ambassador foresees even closer ties between the two countries.
Barbados is a country of continuing progress and fantastic potential. And the opening of this Ashley Furniture and Home Store will serve to strengthen the already close and productive economic relationship between the United States and Barbados.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
On the regional scene, the Guyana government gives its clearest indication yet that general and local elections are around the corner. The hint came from head of the Presidential Secretariat, Dr. Roger Luncheon, as the opposition blanked calls for talks with President Donald Ramotar on the country's political stalemate.
There can be no doubt that general and regional elections are gaining currency as a reasonable and acceptable alternative, an option to talks among the parliamentary political parties. They are stakeholders who would need to make contributions, and the president is the one who ultimately calls the shots and makes the decision.
And finally, internationally now, evacuations are underway in the Philippines as a super typhoon heads for Tacloban City, which was devastated by the powerful typhoon Haiyan just last year. Meteorologist John Erdman of the Weather Channel says the typhoon, which is pushing sustained winds of 150 miles per hour, gusts as high as 185 miles per hour, is a very powerful system. Forecasters warn that it could result in major coastal flooding and battering waves. It could also result in destructive winds and life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides. The typhoon is on track to reach the Philippines by Friday. And that's where we end our Barbados Today afternoon update, but you can join us again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.
This news update is brought to you by
I won for me to me.
For me?
You don't need speakers, right?
Upgrade to win every week with Lime. Sign up for Lime TV or broadband or purchase an iPhone 6 or Samsung Note 4. Upgrade Christmas with Lime.